Being sued by a debt collector, let's talk about the statute of limitations. Now, the statute of limitations is likely one of the biggest things that a debt collector doesn't want you to fully understand. The statute of limitations really determines the time in which that they can come after you to file a legal claim in court in order to recoup not only the debt, but likely the legal fees that they had to pay to send a lawyer to go down there and harass you for a debt that they likely didn't own in the first place. But that's another video. See, the statute of limitations is going to be determined by two things: the state and the type of debt. Because if you're thinking about a credit card, typically the statute of limitations is 3 years, no matter what state you're in, but do your Googles because Google is free. But what if it's a contract debt because you have an installment loan or buy now, pay later? What if it's a promissory note? What if it's a verbal contract? Depending on the state that you're in, the years are going to vary, and the years can range from 3 years to 10 years. But the statute of limitation is always going to start at the date of first delinquency. This would be the first time that you were 30 days late. If you were like me 5 years ago, you probably have an account with an array of 30-day late. So which one are we looking at? Well, we're going to look at the 30-day late that leads into that account actually being charged off. So if you were late in January 2010, 30 days, but you got your stuff together, and the next time that you were late before the account actually got charged off was December 2020, well, December 2020 would be the first date of delinquency, and you would start the clock right there. Now, the reason why a debt collector doesn't want you to understand the statute of limitations is because they have an opportunity to re-age the debt. Not every creditor reports a debt to the credit bureau, so you might not exactly know when the date of first delinquency is, but it is a question that you should be asking whenever you send in a validation letter. And it's information they shouldn't be keeping from you because that would violate the FDCPA. Say, for example, your debt is outside of the statute of limitations. Can they still come after you? And the answer is, well, you can sue anybody for anything, but they shouldn't be taking you to court over a debt that they cannot file a claim against. It's wasting the court's time and yours. But unfortunately, some states do allow for creditors, like a debt collector, to re-age a debt based off of activity on that account. So if you pay on that debt, even if you only pay $1, you have now brought that zombie debt back to life. They get to restart the clock, meaning your statute of limitations is starting over from the top, and they can file a claim. So the next time you're dealing with a debt collector, just ask them for the date of first delinquency if you can't find it anywhere on your credit report from the previous creditor, and never pay a debt collector who cannot validate the debt.